Nerd reactor, roll out.
What's up, everybody? John here, and it's time to talk about Prey, the prequel to the Predator franchise. And I think this movie is a worthy prequel to that because it's going back to the basics, going back to what made a lot of fans like Predator in the first place, especially the first film, the first classic with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So this one, you have this warrior is trying to survive in the wilderness against this big threat, and the focus is just like very, like, it's a small in scale. So yeah, just this whole story of this warrior who has to figure out a way to stop this huge threat, the Predator. And I just like that, just kind of smaller scale now, just like very focused on one character, while all the rest of the characters, supporting characters, are being picked off one by one by the Predator. Just the tension, the pacing, it's slowly paced, the mystery behind it, and I think like this film captures that. And because the other ones, they have been different in tone, especially like I still like Predator 2. Like I like the setting, like it's based in LA. You got criminals, drug lords, and all that. And I did like the ending for that, where the Predators have been fighting for a while, and they give Danny Glover the gun, the pistol from back then, from the they've been fighting since the 1700s or maybe even before that. But we just know that it's a gift from the Predator to Danny Glover, and I like that, just showing like, oh, there is kind of a code of honor. But most of the time, the Predators, the way they hunt, they're cheating because they have the camouflage, they have the stealth camouflage. And especially at the end of one, like the Predator couldn't stand to lose, so he had to like blow up the whole place, and then Arnold runs out. And then after Predator 2, you got Predators, and then you got the Predator. Predators is alright. Like I do like some of the scenes, which is pretty cool, like the Yakuza fighting one-on-one with the Predator. So it's very samurai-like. It also reminds me of that Ninja Gaiden cutscene. And then the less we talk about the Predator, the better. But now we're going to be talking about Prey here. With this film, you have Amber Midthunder. She plays Naru, very young and skilled Comanche warrior. And she's just trying to prove herself to her tribe that she is a formidable warrior. And she will try to do anything she can to be part of that world. So she's going to go out hunting. She's going to look for like the ultimate predator. So this kind of parallels her story, parallels the Predator here, because the Predator here, the feral predator nicknamed by the filmmakers, has been dispatched on Earth looking for a worthy opponent. And so both of their storylines like are very similar. She's looking for Amber, as Naru, is looking for that tough carnivorous animal, the hunt, kill it, bring it back to the tribe, and she will be praised, and there will be like a ceremony and all that. And the same thing probably for the feral predator, where this predator is also on the hunt looking for a worthy opponent. And both have that journey that I like, this journey of just discovery, of finding oneself and growing. So yeah, they're both growing in different ways. For Naru, she's just trying to figure out how to navigate this forest, the wilderness. So yeah, with the Naru, she's a skilled warrior, and she's really good at tracking, and she's really good at herbal medicine. And then on the other side, the feral predator is out there just testing itself out from animals, and you can see like the journey of this predator just figuring out Earth, because this is a new world for it, and it's trying to figure out what is the deadliest thing on Earth. So it's fighting different animals like bears, wolves, etc., and then of course humans. So with this predator still trying to figure things out in this world, it's just a cool story for it, where you're watching it fight different creatures, and it's an interesting way. It's like, what can this predator do? What is it capable of? Because it still has the stealth camouflage, it still has their targeting sight, but the weapon is actually a little bit more primitive than what we've seen in the other movies. And then also like the mask. The mask is cool. So it's got this bone-like structure. So this is like a predator that's still advanced, but not as advanced as, let's say, the first film or the other predators, like the super predator that was in the Predator. I'm sorry, I had to talk about it. But yeah, this predator, it's still a deadly opponent. It's like it's big, it's hulking, and I love, like, for the most part, it still uses practical effects. And so there's some parts where it's like CG, where it has to like move really fast, but most of the time you get to see like the face, and then just it's the way it towers over just people, and just how awesome it is when it finally goes berserk and just fights. Like there's a scene where it fights like a bunch of people, and it is cool. It is brutal, and it kind of reminds me of that scene in 300 where King Leonidas is fighting, and it's like that kind of like that one shot, and then you have all these different bad guys surrounding it. So it's pretty cool. I like that. So what I do like about this, like, even though it's a deadly predator, like it still has like that vulnerability to it. Like, let's say it can still get hurt by certain creatures or certain animals, but it shows you that it can overcome certain things and still be a badass. The same thing with Naru, where she faces all types of obstacles, and then she will have to figure out a way to overcome them. And the predator is like the biggest obstacle. So how are you gonna like take this thing down when it's trying to wipe out everything around you and all these people, and you're watching this, you're like, yeah, there's if she goes up against this predator one-on-one, like just face to face, yeah, she's gonna be a gunner. So in this movie, it's all about her trying to outwit the predator and figure out a way, just like in the first film, like how are you gonna take this deadly advanced threat down. So you got to like just use your noggin, figure out ways, and hopefully you come out the victor in the end. And then you also have Dakota Beavers, who plays Tabi, the brother of Naru, and I like this character. This character is pretty likable and also a very kick-ass warrior. So this character gets plenty of moment to shine, and just like the sibling relationship, I enjoyed that in this film. And this is Dakota's first feature film, and I think as a first film, he did a pretty solid job of this character. And I also want to give props to director Dan Trachtenberg. He's done 10 Cloverfield Lane, and he is, I think, with this capturing the Predator, like the classic film, like he captures the tension, just a slow build up, and the mystery behind the Predator. Because some of the other films, like you just show the Predators outright, this is who they are, like the recent ones like The Predator. This one, it goes back to the stealth camouflage, and it's like, oh, who is this? What is this Predator doing? And so there's still a lot of mystery behind it, and I like that. And especially just the two characters converging with the Pharaoh Predator and with Naru, and their paths like once it crossed at the end. And also like the cinematography for this film, it's pretty beautiful, especially with this world, getting to see like just the wilderness, just these grand epic shots, and also some of the shots like featuring the Predator fighting and hunting, and also Naru's journey where she's also on her own hunt too. And these things can get pretty hectic, and of course you're gonna have to show like the Predator once it's revealed, and once it's revealed you're like, whoa, this is like a different design and pretty cool, badass, and beastly at the same time. And like once that happens, like it doesn't let up, and everything's like it's an action-packed ride. And then there's like a lot of just jaw-dropping moments with the Predator fighting and killing and all that. So definitely things for fans of the Predator to check out. And there are Easter eggs in this film too, especially if you've seen the previous film, Predator 2. So that's all I'm going to say for that one. So when you watch it, you'll see like, yes, there it is. But yeah, overall for this movie, I thought the Prey movie was exhilarating, and it was a worthy prequel to the Predator franchise. It's going back to the basics. of just this warrior just trying to figure out a way to survive, and a very intimate focus on that too. And just the way the film shot and the characters, the build up, the tension and all of that, and just the obstacles for these characters, it was a lot of fun. And I did like just the focal point of the Comanche Nation, just seeing that, just seeing their skills, their tracking skills, and their medicine, and how their way of life is, and how the Predator will come to try to ruin that. And also, I like just the Predator in this one. It's a different look with the mask, and then once you see the face, the face is different. I'm like, ugh. Man, because I think this is probably one of the ugliest Predators in the franchise. But let me know what your thoughts are on this movie once it's out on the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. With that said, I'm John, and I'll see you guys next time.